I'm not gonna waste your time in this video. I'm gonna tell you straight away the exact routine, the exact morning routine that I followed that makes me productive, the most productive that I've ever been, which is eating that frog. It's a phrase by Brian Tracy. He's a very successful entrepreneur and he's very successful on YouTube as well. He uses this phrase, eat that frog. Let me tell you exactly what it means. Eat that frog means that you have to, whenever you wake up in the morning, you have to do the hardest task that you can think in the morning. That you have to do the most difficult task that you can think in the morning. And how would you know if something is difficult or something is not? Let me tell you, the night before, you have to prepare yourself. The night before, this is the best habit that I included in my nighttime routine, that you have to make a to-do list. You have to make a to-do list that what things I'm gonna do in tomorrow's morning. Let's suppose if you're you know let's suppose if you're preparing for your exam, you prepare for your exam. How? You have to see like what syllabus do I have to do, what chapters do I have to do, right? You prepare everything and after that you start preparing for your exam. That's the exact thing that you have to prepare for your day as well. Let's suppose you today's night and you have to prepare for tomorrow's morning, right? So what do you have to do? You have to write all of that. Maybe it could be in your phone, maybe it could be in your, maybe a little notebook, but you have to write everything, that what am I gonna do tomorrow? You have to write in a to-do list that yeah, in the morning I'll wake up this. Don't be one of that person who measures each every second of the time. I also tried that, but let me tell you something. It's very unrealistic and that can't happen. You will do it for one day, you will do it for maximum 1 week, but after that it's very unsustainable because life happens, right? You also understand, I also understand. Life happens sometimes. The thing that we think that we will do at this time, it doesn't happen. Something else important happens. Maybe it could be your family, maybe it could be a relationship, maybe your friends. Something happens, but you get what I'm saying, right? You get my point. The thing is that you don't have to measure your time. You have to measure the task that you have to do. Let's suppose you're preparing and this night for tomorrow morning, and this night you will write everything on one small notebook or a one small sticky note, or maybe in your phone if you're very lazy, just like me. I'm very lazy as well. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that notebook crap. I'm gonna write it on my phone, and I open that iPhone's notes app. And that's a very useful app. I'm telling you that if you want to be productive, you have to start using that app more. Document your mind over there. I'll make a video of documenting your mind or my second brain. How do I keep my second brain as Notion. I love that app. They should sponsor me, but we are going in separate topic, but we'll come back to the topic. You have to document and what are you going to do tomorrow in some place. Let's suppose you want to do it on your phone, all right? So you have to write everything that you want to be doing, and when you wake up in the morning, you choose what is the hardest task. How would you choose that? You have to see all the tasks that you prepared yesterday's night, and you would see the tasks that you don't want to do, that you would be that you would be most lazy in, that you would be procrastinating the most. Those tasks, the hardest tasks, you have to do the first. As soon as you wake up, don't use your phone, because that's the loop that you have been through these past years. You want to change your life, right? You can't be using the same habits to change your life. If you want to be leveling up your life, you have to be in a different version of yourself. And that different version has to be doing something else. That different version would not be doing the same things, would he? No, right? All right, so you have to change yourself. As soon as you wake up, you do the hardest task in the morning. You choose what's the most difficult task. That's what Brian Tracy calls eat that frog. And when you do that, let me tell you something. It's gonna feel very unproductive at first. You're gonna be sitting here for 5 or 10 minutes because it's the most difficult task of the day. That's the most boring task of the day, and that's the most, that's the task that you procrastinate the most. And it's gonna feel very boring in the start. But you continue. You don't eat any food because that's gonna give you dopamine. That's gonna give you, dopamine spike. You don't eat any, let's suppose, sugary substance. You don't eat anything. You get up in the morning, you brush your teeth. I was gonna say teeth. No. You get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you get straight to work. Maybe it could be most of the people, they don't read books. It could be reading books. It could be studying for your exam. It could be covering your syllabus. It could be working on your business. It could be recording content. Look what I'm doing right now. Guess what time is it? It's 8 in the morning, if you can see in my watch. It's 8 in the fucking morning. I woke up at 7. Guess what I'm doing? I washed my face. I brushed my mouth. I fucking, drank some water, and I'm recording content. And I prepared this yesterday's night. This video I'm gonna record at this time. I'm gonna wake up at this time. I mean, it was not exact time that I will wake up at this time. It was just, in my mind, like at this time, in this much time I will do this, in this much time I will do this, and I'm recording content now. That's the hardest task for me because, while recording content, you have to be in the state. You can't be doom scrolling the whole day and after that you start recording content because that's gonna affect your content. And that's what I think in my mind as well, because in the morning you have the most brain energy. That's the concept that I use because what do I mean by brain energy? Brain energy, I mean, we have limited energy, right? Mental or physical energy. So when you wake up, when you get a good night's sleep, and when you're recovered, you have the most energy. That makes logical sense, right? You have the most brain energy. And as soon as you get up in the morning, you start using your phone, or you start consuming your energy, or you start consuming some content from Instagram or TikTok. What's gonna happen? You're gonna lose some portion, or you're gonna lose some part of that brain energy. And as soon as you wake up, that's why it keeps happening to you. That's why you are the way you are. You want to be productive in the day, but you choose to start working in afternoon. After doom scrolling like fucking 100 or 200 reels, you start to you start to think that, yeah, I should do this thing now. But guess what? You have that thought in your mind, but you don't have the brain energy to do that task. How are you gonna do it? Imagine if I say to you that you have to do gym, but I'm not gonna give you anything to eat. I didn't give you any pre-workout. You don't have anything to eat, and you are fucking, you got nothing in your stomach. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna say like, I don't have any energy. That's the exact same thing that your brain's saying. That I don't have any brain energy. You used my energy in, doom scrolling in the morning, watching these random videos, anger videos, rage-induced videos. And now you're saying to me that I should be in my productive era, that I should be the most productive, and we have to cover the syllabus for 4 hours. I don't have energy for that. So what do? You take a fucking nap. You take a fucking nap, you take a nap for like 2 or 3 hours, and when you wake up, you still don't have any plan. When you wake up, your brain recovers a little bit and you start scrolling again, and that's the same loop that keeps on happening. That's the loop that you are in right now. And I want to take you out of that loop. And how would I take you out? If you just follow my steps, the exact same system that I gave you, you will be out of that system and you will be out of that loop. So, what's the exact system? You prepare something, you prepare a to-do list that what I'm gonna do tomorrow, and you make a list and you follow that list. You get up in the morning, you get straight to work, no food, nothing. You get straight to work. You'll be having the most brain energy in the most morning time. In the morning time, you'll be having the most brain energy and you'll be the most productive. So follow these steps and let me know how did you feel after doing that. See you in the next one.